our way for the first day of work on the Aston Martin, and we're going to try and get it started. So we'll see how that goes. We're bringing the Volvo because you can steal fuel from it easily and whatnot. But you know, can't get your hopes up too much. You've got to make sure, because the fuel pumps might not work or something like that. But I have faith. I mean, they're Bosch, right? It's the only good part of that car, really. The German-made stuff. The rest of it's all Lucas. So yeah. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so it's in England. This is my first time seeing it really. We've just jacked it up on safe jack stands because it was sitting on rubbish. We're going to try and get this thing started. Luckily, the last guy who owned it has already done us a favour and given us the Lone Wolf 6000, so we can start it off speaker wire, which is good. But what we're going to do is first take the fuses that we don't need out, because last thing we want to do is set this thing on fire. So we've got, this is where the battery should sit. As you can see, it's got really good weight reduction in here. It's a proper race car. But you've got negative, ground, and positive. And normally they'd be red and black, but this one's it's got the anti-theft option, so people can't steal your car. If you can't have it, no one can. So anyway, this is a cut-off switch, which does actually still work. We'll see if any current gets through, and we'll see what happens. But we've got nice well-wired things in here that will go really well. I just thought I'd say that wasn't us, so we're not that bad. This was the previous people who owned it. I think there was a bet done in 2010 or something whether the guy could get it started. So I think that's why that's all there. Well, we're not really sure, but it looks like last time they tried to run this, they used home grade wire to run the fuel pump. We're gonna disconnect it from the fuel tank because it might be full of rust. It's not really worth running rust through the injection system, which as far as we're aware works. So unfortunately someone, I don't know who, has ruined this pump. You can see there's actually a crack in it somewhere there. Sorry, it's quite difficult to focus, but it's also split open. Anyway, I'm going to give it a go and see what I can do to fix it. Well, actually no, I don't think that is going to run, but we'll see what we can do with it. Lightly, but the rest of them came out really easily. Bingo, it came out. So yeah, I think it's probably dead. Okay. There you have it. I think that is actually meant to be part of this, but it's come off. Off. Right, new fuel pump required. Right, so first order of business, we need to crank this thing, make sure it does crank before even touching the fuel. But before that, we need to make sure all of the inlets and things like that aren't full of any crap, because it will ruin the engine. Anyway, I'm going to start now. You might find this a bit loud. Oh, and I thought I'd preface this. We're not just using the start motor outright. We did actually turn this thing over beforehand. We've turned it over before.
And we've oiled the cylinders.
Yeah, we fully turned it over
4 weeks ago.
Yeah, we've let the cylinders oil 4 weeks ago.
It needs a bit more oil, I think, a bit more lubrication.
Down here as well. Yeah. Press it again. No, don't then.
Yeah, so The linkage still won't move because I think that might be something to do with the kickdown.
I concur. Anyway, so we're going to disconnect it because it's not going to move. Yeah, so it is the kickdown cable for the gearbox, the lovely little Chrysler gearbox, or big Chrysler gearbox actually. So we're going to have to free that up at some point, but as you can see, everything moves now, which is good. Right, so we're cleaning up the terminals at the moment. And we're going to see if this thing will start.
These are all going to be replaced anyway, so we're not that bothered about
Round running up to the front that we're going to connect to the engine.
Yeah, it won't go. It's been put
Well,
somewhere
not
here.
yeah. It'll be on that chassis leg or something. We're going to connect the battery up, and well, gonna have to give it the old sniff test because we don't know if this is going to go on fire or not. But we took all the fuses out as a precaution. Well, not all of them. The ones that we don't need. So, ready? I'm gonna just touch it at first.
Can't smell anything. There's no crackling.
Are you burning? Huh?
There's no crackling, but there's no lights.
Fire?
I can't see any smoke.
I can't see any smoke back here.
I can't smell anything.
Nothing's getting
All the
hot.
fuses out.
The wires aren't getting hot. Oh, I think we're good. Because I realised that was off. Right. Ready?
Oh, I've got ignition light.
Oh, brilliant! He's got lights.
It's got an ignition light on.
Right, so we took the wires off the starter motor and we cleaned them all up because they were massively corroded. And let's see how it goes. I think this might need a bit of a clean. I've got a ground up here sitting on the engine, but I think it needs a
You
bigger
get
ground.
sprayed in the face, remember from that.
I'll get bloody murder. Yeah. Right, we'll see. Right, ready?
Yeah.
Brilliant. There we go.
Wait a minute, do that again.
Perfect. It's smooth as anything as well. Right, turn the ignition on. Right, so what we want to do is we want to see if this sparks. So as we can see at the moment, it doesn't spark. So we're going to have to look back, trace back, see if the coil gets power, and see if the distributor is sparking. The points might be bad or something like that. Right, it's getting bloody cold now, so we're going to call it a day. We're going to do some more research on that, the ignition system and whatnot.